Hey guys, Dig Big here. So, the purpose of today's video is just to give you like a broad overview of how you guys can be building towers and some of the things that you can and should be doing in the middle of a battle when trying to put up towers. So, what I've got here is I've got a march, just a bullshit march here with one unit, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start sending some towers out to build, and I've got my friend May over here who's going to start trying to take them down, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with just putting up some strength towers that she can take down, right? She's going to start attacking them, and I started purposely with the strength towers because I want to start to kind of span the map. If you've got let's say if you've got strength towers, weakening towers, and UC, and the or the UC is really what you want to get up. You want to start with spamming your strength towers and your weakening towers so that you give them something to focus on, right? You give them something to attack. So what I'm doing here is I've got two strength towers, two weakening towers, right? And I'm kind of giving her some strength towers to attack. I'm giving her some weakening towers to attack, and I'm trying to keep like one weakening tower to myself, right? So right now she's attacking, and right now it's just one-on-one. So it's not gonna be super hard for her to pick up on what it is that I'm doing. But when there's 5, 10, 15, 20 MMs that are all doing this at the same time, it can start to get really difficult to keep track of what's going up and what's not going up. So, like as you can see right now, is just strength. It's pretty easy to read, but when you've got, let's say 15 players with 4 towers each, that's 60 towers that are coming up all at the same time. People are not going to sit there and start reading what's a weakening tower, what's a strengthening tower. So I'm starting with spamming some of these towers just kind of further away. And then what I'm going to do is, like, I don't have UC, so I'm just going to put up a weakening tower, right? And I'm purposely putting this a little bit closer to myself, or significantly closer to myself than she is, while I'm also giving her things to attack, right? So this guy is closer to me than she is, and the reason why is because if it's closer to me than she is, then it's easier for me to keep this up. She has a longer distance to travel than I do, and that means that no matter what, as long as I keep a troop in here, she's not going to be able to keep me from building this tower. So you see, that's what she's starting to do now. She's starting to spam that tower because she sees what I'm trying to do. You see, but this is kind of what it is that you want to start. You want to start trying to do is start spamming towers. And you want to start off with spamming the ones that you don't want to give them something to attack. And then after you've spammed a few towers, given them something to attack, then you can start putting up the tower that it really is what you want to go up. You know what I mean? She knows this tactic. She's an experienced MM. She knows what I'm doing, so she's starting to spam my weakening tower. But again, when you've got 15 MMs that are all doing this at the same time, nobody's going to be sitting there watching what's a strength tower, what's a weakening tower, what's a UC. They're going to start attacking. They're going to start attacking everything because it's really time consuming to try to read all of the 60 towers that are up on the map. And as you can see, it's time consuming even just for her, and it's one-on-one. But again, imagine if there's 15 other MMs that are doing this at the same time, and we'll go through an example, a training session where we do this with a bunch of different MMs. But yeah, the idea is to try to start spamming your towers, spam as many as you can, and then like keep the one that you really want up and keep it a little bit closer to yourself. And then as we kind of get into more complicated, this is like step one. As we start getting into more complicated tactics, what we're going to do is we're going to start having CEs, fill towers, and then like one big, maybe fill the tower that you really want up. But this is like the foundation, right? This is what it is that you guys need to get used to start doing, is spamming towers all the time, and you don't need to spam them with your main march. Like I'm not, I'm not putting my main march in here. I'm just putting a bunch of tanks. My main march on this account is air. I'm just putting a bunch of tanks in here that I can throw away. I don't care about. I don't need to put heroes on them. That's all I need in order to start building. I mean, you can see I've got 10 tanks in there. It's already building. And then all I need to do to keep it building is send the same thing. And the other thing that you can do, again, May's pretty sharp. She's going to pick up on this. But another thing you could do is you can start re-garrisoning towers that you don't even want up. Like this is a strengthening tower. Let me send another, garrison there. I'm going to send one here too. Re-garrison it. Try to keep it up. And she may, she may see me start doing that and start thinking, oh, this is something that he wants to keep up. Let me make sure that I'm spamming it. Let's see if I do that. How's May gonna react if I keep trying to garrison this guy? Oh, she's sending there. Let's see if she's spamming my weakening. She knows what's going up. But anyways, yep, that's the basic idea. See, now she's starting to spam my strengthening tower. I'm gonna send another garrison there too, see if I can't get her to focus on that instead. But again, this is the basic idea. You don't need to use big troops. You don't need to use Vals. You don't even need to use heroes. So yeah, let me know if you guys have questions.